In Stranger Things, Dustin Henderson is often thought of as the funny one, the one with the quick wit and the big smile. But that's only the surface. Underneath the jokes and the charm is a character with surprising depth, emotional intelligence, and a clear need to be valued. He's not just comic relief, he's the social glue that keeps the group together. And in a show like Stranger Things, where things constantly fall apart, that role matters more than it gets credit for. What stands out first with Dustin is his brain. He's smart, he's resourceful, and he's endlessly curious. He's the kid who can rig together communication systems, identify a demogorgon species, and explain how interdimensional physics might work, all before he's in high school. But what makes his intelligence interesting isn't just the knowledge itself, it's how he uses it. Dustin leans on his intellect to establish his worth. He knows he's not the leader, he's not the most athletic, he's not the one person people look to first. So he proves his value by being the one who solves problems that no one else can. It's not ego driven, it's about securing and knowing his spot in a group that sometimes overlooks him. Dustin is also one of the most socially flexible characters in the show. He can hang out with the core kids, connect with adults like Hopper or Murray, and form unlikely friendships with people like Steve and Eddie. That's rare. He doesn't try to be someone he's not to fit in, but he just adjusts. He listens. He picks up on emotional cues, even when others miss them. And when conflict shows up, Dustin's often the one who diffuses it, usually with humor, but sometimes just by refusing to escalate the situation. That emotional adaptability is part of what makes him feel grounded in a world that's constantly spinning out of control. Now, it's easy to assume Dustin is just relentlessly optimistic, but that's not quite right. What he shows is more like practiced resilience. When things go bad, he doesn't fall apart. He recalibrates. He starts thinking. He asks questions. He might crack a joke, but it's not because he doesn't care. It's because he does. And humor helps him stay on his feet. That kind of emotion regulation, especially at his age, is pretty remarkable. Dustin knows how to keep moving forward without ignoring the danger or pretending it's fine. And that balance is what keeps the rest of the group going. And underneath all of it is a real need to be seen. Dustin wants to be appreciated, not just for his brain, but for who he is. He wants to be respected by the older kids. He wants to be validated by adults, and he wants to be included by his peers. When Mike brushes him off in season 3, we see how much that hurts him. He doesn't lash out, but it lingers. And when he introduces Susie, it's not just about showing off. It's a way of proving that someone out there gets him, that someone believes in him, that someone wants him. That need for recognition drives a lot of his behavior, even if he doesn't name it. His friendship with Steve is one of the most rewarding dynamics on the show because Steve does see him, not just as the nerdy kid tagging along, but as someone with real ideas and heart. And Dustin gives Steve a reason to grow up. They, their bond works because it's built on mutual respect, not obligation or hierarchy. That kind of connection is what Dustin is always chasing. Relationships where he doesn't have to fight to be taken seriously. And as the show progresses, we see Dustin evolve. He starts taking on more initiative. He speaks with more confidence and pushes back when he needs to. He still leans into humor, but it's less about distraction and more about leadership. He knows the risks. He knows people get hurt, but he doesn't back away from the fight. He becomes someone that the others depend on, not just to solve problems, but to steady the emotional tone when everything seems to be in a panic. Dustin represents a different kind of strength. It's not brute force or traditional heroism, it's persistence empathy, insight, and refusal to be pushed to the side. He's the kid who keeps showing up, keeps thinking, keeps connecting the dots, even when no one asks him to. And that consistency, especially in a story filled with so much chaos, is what makes him such a compelling character. He's the one who holds things together when everyone else is breaking apart. So when you think of Dustin, don't just think about the jokes or the goofy smile. Think about the kid who always kept the lights on, literally and emotionally, when everything went dark. He might not be the loudest or the strongest, but he's often the one with the clearest sense of what needs to happen next. And in a story like this one, that matters a lot. And if you're interested in hearing some of my thoughts about other Stranger Things characters, I'd encourage you to check out this video. So that's all for today's video. As always, thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one.